are we, Ninibong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today I'm coming back at you with another comic book review. This will actually be my fourth comic book review on Transformers versus My Little Pony. If you want to go back and take a look at the other ones in the series, then I will put a link here somewhere and you can go back and check out all of these 1, 2, 3 and 4 issues, because I have them all in a lovely playlist that you can go and check out. This is probably, looking at all of the covers lined up together, I would say this is probably my second favorite probably cover on this one, on number 4 now out of all of them. There's a lot going on it. You can see the full-on battle scene, but overall we're going to go through everything right now, and then at the end we'll talk about the whole series as a whole. So let's take a look at this lovely cover that we have here, and of course, as always, the front cover is Transformers Friendship in Disguise, My Little Pony. This one's actually a really nice cover. You've got Chrysalis here, you've got some other ponies, Megatron's head here with his eye with the colour going back, Prime, Windblade on the front here, as well as Prowl, Discord, and I forget some of the other ponies' names. But it's a really stand-up cover. I like this cover a lot going on this cover. Still the cutesy kind of drawing. I love the face on Megatron here. I'm not too fussed about the Prime, but I do like the Windblade and the Megatron's head on this one as well. The Prowl's a bit as well there, but overall we know that they've taken more of the My Little Pony stylings here than the Transformers IDW stylings. Opening up the booklet itself, the comic, we can see who's actually going to be in this one. So we have 2 stories on this one, but unlike other ones, this strength in numbers and finale actually kind of roll in together on this one. The other ones are very separate. You have one story, then you have another story, and there's like a good gap in it, and you can tell where one ends and the other one finishes. But these 2 kind of roll in together, which is quite nice. It kind of actually acts as a full-on story in this one. Roll call for our ponies are Applejack, Discord, Twilight Sparkle, the Apple family, Spike, Queen Chrysalis, and Queen Candice. And then we also have Yona, Gallus, Smolder, Silverbeam, Laris, Samba, and the Young Six. The Young Six sounds like a hip hop crew. The Young Six. And then when we get to the bots themselves, we have Prime, B, Windblade. We have all the Insecticons: Grimlock, Megatron, Soundwave, and Shockwave. I think we do also see a few other cons and maybe a couple of other bots as well, but they're not there on the roll call. Art style on this, as I have already said, is kind of cutesy still. I mean, you can see as we go through the art style is. It is what it is. But the storytelling on this one is actually, other than the first one, and I said I really liked the first comic and I was interested to see where it went, I don't mind the storytelling on this one. I actually think that you could, and I'll explain more why this works as we go through, you could have had issue 1 and issue 4 and it would have actually been okay. Issue 2 and 3 actually are a little bit kind of filler, so I guess we'll talk about that towards the end, but this one is actually not too bad. And we open up in story 1, which is strength in numbers, with Applejack in the yard, in an apple an orchard. That's what they're called, orchards. She's in an orchard. So they're in an orchard with the Insecticons. They're attacking and munching and crunching and eating all of the apples. Basically, Applejack gets a little bit pissed. She squirts them with a hose because that's an idea. Then she realizes that water is not going to save the day here. The Insecticons look extremely cutesy during all of this. And then basically what happens is she can't fight him. Discord, for some reason, even though he did take on Soundwave in the previous issue, decided, nah, no, I'm not going to join in this. So instead they get loads and loads of ponies. All the ponies come, and eventually the ponies drive away the Insecticons. This is not a bad battle picture, it's quite cutesy, but it's not a bad battle picture with the Insecticons here. And then, yeah, they just attack each other. They try and do a cerebral shell here, but that doesn't quite work. The pony just kind of kicks it away, so bombshells, cerebral shells don't seem to work on ponies. So eventually the ponies do what the Insecticons do want, and they retreat. And they retreat back to Megatron. They report back to the Queen of the Ponies, and this is where we go into the second story. So this is where we go into the finale here. So during this finale, the ponies have gone back to their queen and said, oh, all these big bots that are here, and it's not good. Megatron then charges the castle with Queen Chrysalis, who I believe is the bad guy from the ponies, and these creatures here at the back, I don't know what they are. They're definitely from the ponies universe, but we can see Starscream, we can see Soundwave, we can see the Insecticons, we can see Megatron, and we can see Shockwave. Then, of course, because they're going to attack, the bots come, and the bots come with reinforcements and ponies. So again, we can see Ironhide, we can see RC, we can see a lot of different bots all here, and it's really cool. Then finally we get to the fight that we've all been waiting for, which is the final battle between the bots and the ponies, which is pretty cool. This is quite a nice looking battle scene. You get to see a pony driving RC, you get to see Prime punching Starscream in the grill, which is always obviously a nice thing to see. You get to see ponies fighting, and then you get to see Discord kind of twirling his way around Megatron's fusion cannon. So it's all pretty nice. Soundwave gets a custard pie in the face. It's a bit weird for me, and this is where I think that the other two issues, it's like, what was the point in them? Soundwave kind of became friends with the ponies in a previous episode, in a previous comic, and decided not to fight. So it's a bit bizarre. They haven't explained why he's fighting again. So yeah, this is why, as I said, the other comics are almost null and void. They're pointless. It would have been better to have just gone issue 1 to issue 4. Then once we get to this section, and this is actually something I found rather funny. So Bumblebee is getting ready to fight with the ponies. The ponies put up a little shield here, but what I do think is funny is, to stop Megatron from firing, they give him a yellow cap on the end of his gun. That is top. And we all know that Megatron, if you buy him in certain parts of the world from his gun mode, he had to come with a yellow cap on the front of his barrel. Well done to the comic writers. I think this is definitely, I think the highest point, probably apart from the opening pages of the first issue, this is probably the funniest thing that they've done in this. Well done. Very, very, very funny. And then eventually, of course, the Autobots win, and the way that the Autobots win is by the Queen funneling the power of friendship through her eyes from the Matrix, which then kicks all of the bots through the space bridge. Nice. Till all are one. Light our darkest hour, and for some people probably this crossover is the darkest hour. So yeah, some people will be glad to see that at the back of this, I guess. And then the bots and the ponies have a little combo, and then finally they're all back on Cybertron. The coordinates are deleted from the space bridge, but who's working on a plan to get it back? Good old Shockwave. And what is he doing? He's trying to bring, this time, the ponies to Cybertron. And that's the end. The back of the comic just has some adverts for some new releases, including a pretty cool little Star Wars Dewberry Firkin there, which is pretty cool. Then the alternative covers, so that's the one that I went with. This is the one that you could have had, which is pretty nice. And then at the back we get a Goosebumps, we get this, we get ponies, and we get the Transformers War World. So the series as a whole, as I alluded to, the first issue, and this issue, I would say, are probably my favourite issues. Together, they don't make a bad story. But something that I don't really like very much is just these two, because they just has 4 standalone stories that don't really relate very much to the story itself here. So it's a bit of an odd one. Is it worth picking up? It depends. A lot of people have gone through this with their daughters, even their sons, who like My Little Pony, and tried to unite their fandoms and unite them, bring their children over to understand their love for Transformers, and maybe you can understand why they like ponies a little bit. So I can see value in it from that point of view. Will it stand the test of time and people be talking about this in a few years' time? Probably not, and not in any kind of if they are talking about it, it won't be in any kind of good way, I guess. It was brave. Very, very brave thing to do, but for me, as I've said since issue 1, I wish there would have been a continuing story that ran through everything. And even when you go into the last issue, the stories that take place in here have no relation to some of these stories, because if it did, then Soundwave, I guess, would not be fighting the ponies. So that's it from me. I'm like that about the whole thing. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but then again, I see opportunities during it where they could have really, really improved it for everybody, lovers of ponies and Transformers alike. So let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments. What do you think of the whole series now it's come to its conclusion? Were you happy with it overall? Has this brought you closer to your children who like Transformers or like My Little Pony? And I'll see you in my next video. Alright, in a bit. Peace!